People them blunt. People them blunt. Yeah, yeah. Spell club with two B's. People them blunt. People them blunt. Spell club with two B's. People them blunt. People them blunt. Spell club with two B's. People them blunt.
All right, friend, I'm so excited. How are you feeling?
Excited too. What's going on?
Just chilling, having a good old time. I'm so excited that we have the opportunity to do our little one-on-one session for Culture Club to let the people know, you know what I'm saying, a little bit about ourselves, our backgrounds, where we come from, all that good stuff, you know, because I feel like on Culture Club, you know, there's so many of us, you know, we get bits and pieces, but they never get a chance to really know us in our totality. So this is a really good opportunity for us to have just to chat it up and just, you know,
I'm excited.
Get to know each other even better and let the world, you know, actually get to know us a little bit better. So, so I guess I'm going to start off by just asking the first question. So I guess I would like for you to tell me, like, of course, you know, where you're from. I would like to know how old you are. And I would like to know about, you know, a little bit about your upbringing.
Okay. Well, as you all know, my name is ADE, aka African Cocoa Butter. You heard me right. And I am from Nigeria. I was born in Lagos in the 80s, so I'm an 80s baby, early 80s, so figure that out. But I moved here in 2016. Before I moved here, I lived most of my life in Nigeria, then spent a little bit of my life in South Africa. I love to travel, so yeah, almost of my childhood has always been me, myself, you know, just growing up, you know, as a...
Hold on, you don't have any siblings?
I have siblings, actually. I have a brother. Okay. He lives in the UK. Okay. He's married with a daughter. And I have two sisters. One lives with my mom with our two sons, and I have an elder sister that lives in Kenya with her family too. So we're family of four basically.
So how long did you live in Nigeria, you say?
I lived in Nigeria for the most part of my life until 2015-ish.
Okay, until 2015.
Yeah, so I moved to South Africa for like a year plus before I moved over here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And in 2015 to 2016, were you like still with your family, like your brothers and your sisters and your what was your life like before you moved? Like what was your like? Did you go out? Did you have friends? You know, like what was your life?
Yeah. So when I was in Nigeria, so because of the anti-gay laws, it's very hard for you to like navigate LGBT spaces in Nigeria. So what I do was I just, you know, integrate into the straight community. So I go to like events, you know, like clubs, you know, stuff like that, just to, you know, just to be, you know, just to still be able to have fun, just because, you understand? Yeah. So I used to be a party animal. I mean, I partied every weekend, but I mean, all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. I mean, so, but Monday to Friday, I'm always working. But once it's Friday night, I have my clothes in my car after work. I'm on the island. It's a small island in Nigeria. So I go up there till daybreak. So I used to be a party animal.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? How's your family dynamic like?
Man, let's just focus on you for a minute.
Okay.
Like, my situation is like it's real deep. I don't want to get, you know what I'm saying. So I just want to just continue to talk a little bit more about you and just know what's going on with you. So in 2000 and you said 16, you moved to South.
No, to 2015. I moved to South Africa in 2015.
And then 2016,
I moved up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you moved here by yourself.
Yes.
With the hopes of
a better life and safety.
And safety.
Yeah.
So what that's all about?
So when I was in Nigeria, you know, that time happened to be a dark time for gay folks in Nigeria because the then president signed a bill into law discriminating against gay people. And then if you're caught in the act, they said it's in the act, but then people take laws into their hands. Like, you know, if they catch you in the act, you go into jail for 14 years.
Right.
And that was not something I wanted to deal with. And that was a really dark time, coupled with the fact that I grew up thinking I was the only gay child.
Right.
That's why when I hear people say that being gay is a choice, it gets on my nerve and it kind of like makes me a little mad because I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being who I am as a person, but it's just the fact that when people say that, it just makes me feel like, okay, it wouldn't be a choice for me.
Right.
Because I've always been like this since I was a child.
Yep.
So growing up in that kind of environment to where I couldn't talk to anybody about how I felt. I couldn't be vulnerable with anybody. I was using church as a blanket to cover up my traumas, my troubles. You know, I would go to church, pray, and still go home and see a finance man and be like, ooh.
Right, same old thing.
Same old thing. And one blessed day, I just woke up and I was just fed up. I just said, God, this is the last day I'm going to talk to you about this. If you don't heal me, in quote, then this is the end of it.
That's right. I'm on this on
and that was the last day I dropped off all the baggage, all the fear, all the trouble, the trauma that followed me growing up. That was the last day I dropped it.
You know what? For me, I can relate to that because I just feel like if God doesn't make mistakes, right? That's
correct. Absolutely.
So if he doesn't make mistakes, why'd he make so many of us?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can we not be what we're supposed to be if there's so many of us? Like, he made mistakes that many times? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Let me shock you, friend. Like, the very day that I found that I wasn't the only gay person, you can imagine growing up thinking you're the only gay person in the world. Like, that was when we had phone come out, and I bought Nokia. That was when Nokia came out. I was like, you know what? Let me go on Google and just put gay Nigeria. And I put gay Nigeria, and it brought out a whole thread of gay boys.
White people.
I'm like,
hello.
What the hell? I felt free from that day.
I know you did.
I felt free. So that's why when people say it's a choice, it just triggers me a little bit because it's not a choice for a lot of us.
Yeah. We just have to accept ourselves and just deal with who we are. I get that. Yeah, really. Because me, myself, you know what I'm saying? If I could have chosen to be, I would love to have children and a wife and so forth and so on and just live, and a wife.
Okay, and a wife.
You know what I'm saying? Just live like the heterosexual, like if, I've learned to accept who I am and be proud of who I am and all that good stuff. But, you know, in society these days, it's totally against all that.
Right.
So, like, I still feel like that's something that I wish that I could have at some point at least experienced. Because I am bisexual. So I wish I could have experienced like a little bit more of that side.
So what stopped you from not experiencing it as a bisexual?
Oh, because I really like boys way too much. Like, oh man, listen, baby. It's like I wanted to go. The way I was thinking, the girls wasn't ready for me. I'm just too sorry. They was not ready for. I was giving a lot at like 13, 14, 15.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I didn't calm down till about maybe 16, 17. I probably. Ooh, is that right? No, that's wrong. No.
So you give it like an 80-20.
Yeah. Maybe like 18, I really was like, okay, let me, get my, little more, what I'm saying, a little more masculine. But I went through my little phases or whatever, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you saying that if you come back to the world again, you would not want to be gay?
I would want to experience a heterosexual lifestyle and heterosexual life. Yes.
And where's that coming from? What part of your experience in life is that coming from? Is it from society pressure?
It's probably just because I feel like, I don't know. It's like, it's different from being with a woman and being with a man. I really feel like for me, like being with the man, like I don't necessarily want to say a role, but I feel like when you're in a relationship with a woman, like you automatically know you're the head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's this feeling that you get over yourself when you just walk with a woman beside you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know that you are her king and like, she worships you. Excuse the language I'm using because I don't want nobody to get you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? And she really, you know what I'm saying, like respects you and she holds you down. Like just that whole feminine type of quality that a woman has, like it's just, it does something for me. It really does. I mean, I adore women.
So would you would you date a feminine boy? Because there's boys out here that has feminine energy.
Feminine boy is not a woman. So no, I would not.
I mean, they could.
No.
What about a trans?
No,
a
not
trans
doing that either.
girl.
I'm not doing that.
You're not doing a trans girl too?
I don't think. I mean, I don't see that being the case. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It has to be like a woman.
A bad.
Hey,
real bad.
Nothing wrong.
Like
and don't come for him in the comment section.
She gotta be bad though. She gotta be bad though. She have to be a baddie.
Okay. Like all that BBL and all that.
No, I'm not saying all the BBL, just like a bit of a woman that takes care of her bodies in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Keeps her hair, nails done, your feet, pedicure, all that, you know what I'm saying? On her game, you know what I'm saying? Like just a baddie all around.
Okay.
Like it would have to be that type of situation.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like my standards for a woman are probably higher than they are for a man though.
What kind of standard?
Like as far as like she would have to be all this extra stuff, like in order for me to be like, damn, that's a baddie. Versus the dude, he can be like some old, you know, some old small Joe off the block. They got a big old dick. That's just, you know what I'm saying, or hand sag, and I'm like, oh, he's hot. You know what I mean? Like,
nah. I feel like if I was straight, I'll stay at the same standard I have right now because I am more mental. Okay. Well, physical gets me first, but I'm very much mental. So I think that even if I was straight, I would still want the mental side of a woman first. But I still love
a woman, yeah.
Yeah, I still love and appreciate, you know, the physical part of a man and a woman. Actually, I love a beautiful woman, but I'm not sexually attracted to that. But for me, it's more of the physical, the mental, than, you know, the physical. I love a tall glass of water, you know. And I mean, I love my man masculine. I'm sorry. That's what I like. I mean, there's no judgment over here, but most of the men that attract to me are much more masculine than I am. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't think you've told me about where you grew up from and, you know, how your childhood was like.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I am a native of Rochester, New York. That's upstate New York. Yeah. So I am the oldest of 5 on my mom's side. My dad has about 6 kids on my dad's side, which I'm not really close to. I'm more closer to my mom's side of the family. So I grew up with 2 brothers and actually that's not correct. No, that is correct. See, 2 brothers and I have 2 sisters. Okay. So I have I also grew up in a drug addicted household.
Okay.
My mom had me at a very young age. She was 15 going on 16, I believe, when she had me. And she was in a household of 10 siblings.
Wow.
So that's
a large family.
Yeah, that's a large family. Her mom was an alcoholic. You know, so a lot of stuff happened within her childhood that led her to her drug addiction and a lot of her siblings' drug addictions. So I basically, my mom had to be maybe 21 or 22 when she met an older guy, and that's when my little brother came along, and he moved us in with him, and we stayed with him for about 5 years, and in the process a lot of stuff happened, and we ended up relocating and moving with my grandmother at the age of 11. So at the age of 11 is when my grandmother at that point, which is my mom's mom, she had done cleaned herself up, gave herself to God, had done been, you know, clean for years and years and years. So she took us in when I was 11 years old, and she raised us from 11 until I was 14. And then during that period of time, like I was in the church, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was just finding myself.
Right.
You know, actually that was my first, in that 11 years old until 14 years old, that's when I experienced, you know what I'm saying, my sexuality, and, you know, and it was all through the church.
Right.
One of my church friends introduced me to somebody else and pushed them on me that lived down the street. And all of a sudden, you know, we're rolling around. I'm like, oh my God, this feels so great. This is what I've been missing. Oh, you know what I mean? So that whole thing happened between the age of 11 and 14. And from 14 until about, I would say 18 or 19, I lived with a family, a really close family friend, which I consider her a mom to this day. So I lived with her until I was about 19. Then I lived with my cousin for a little while, for a year or two. All this time, you know, I'm always working, you know, always taking care of myself for the most part. I've just always just have taken care of, have had to take care of myself and fend for myself. As you can see, what I just told you about my childhood, my upbringing, to like wrap it up in a quick, you know, the nut. But like, I've had to endure a lot.
So did that affect your, how did that impact you as a person, your family dynamic?
You know, I still feel like I really don't know, because I still feel like I'm dealing with so much that I just have not really let go of, because I can think about certain memories that'll get me to the point where like I want to cry, or just like certain moments that make me feel a certain kind of way. So I know there's like, and I've never really talked to anybody, you know, I'm like one of those people that I've just never have. I feel like I'm okay, but I feel like there's definitely some unpacking that needs to be done. So I really don't know if I can answer that question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I come from a family of two. My parents lived together. They were married until it died 5 years ago. And the only part that I feel right now that I should have done was told him who I was before he died. And that was my fear of him leaving before I could tell him that. And that happened. So but growing up, he has always loved us as kids, equal love across board. I mean, sometimes it spoils the last child. The last child is always spoiled, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but it loves us unconditionally across board. But the only regret that I have was not being able to tell him that I was gay before he left the world. But hopefully I can do that with my mom very soon, because it's getting to that point where I have to say something. Yeah. I mean, if you're in your 40s, what is left? So what is left to lose? So
is that like something that's scary to you about telling at being as old as you are right now? I mean,
it's just a mental thing. It's just a mental thing. So I don't think it primarily has anything to do with the age. But it's just a mental, like you have to be mentally ready to say something like that. I don't know if you feel me.
Oh,
like,
I understand.
Preparation,
like how?
Like you just have to be. And one thing is, I've always told God that I would want to come out with my partner by my side. It's not like I can't do it myself. I've always done everything in my life by myself. But I just feel like I want that support. And maybe with that would push me more to, you know, come out and say something. But if it doesn't happen before then, I'm definitely going to have to say something. And it's going to be this year.
Yeah, I don't think I had to tell my family members anything. They were telling me about me being gay before I was listen, they were already like, you gay. I was like, what? What? I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, they're like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, you are gay. You know, so they already accepted me. So when I finally came to grips for myself and was like, oh guys, guess what? They were like, boy, whatever, we good, we love you. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been knowing, like it's no secret. Like
I wish my family was, I mean, maybe it's different because it's an African, you know, set up society. Like most mom know that their child is gay, but I don't know, the way my mom comes off, I don't know if she knows. Maybe she's just in self-denial. She's like, okay, when are you getting married? You know, I want to see you. And she
still says
it.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh.
So I don't know, maybe she knows and she's just trying to use that to
get it out you.
Like keep going or get it out me. Either of the two. I don't know, but I'm getting to the point where it's time to talk about it. It's really time to talk about it. But let's shift focus from that. I wanted to ask you about your music.
Oh, music. Okay. We can talk about music that there is none of, but I mean, for a long time I did do music. I did sing in an R&B group called Amir, spelled AHMIR. If anybody want to check that out, the music amazing. On all platforms.
Good.
So I did that for 15 years. It was a great time. I've done Jimmy Fallon, America's Got Talent. I've sung with Demi Lovato. I've Yvette, Beyonce's publicist, used to work for our group. Wow. That's how we got on Jimmy Fallon. So, you know, we have maybe like 8 songs out, 8 albums out right now, which are all cover songs. So we have 8 of those out, and then probably more actually, and then we have 2 original albums out.
Oh wow!
So like, you know, it was a good ride. You know, sometimes I think about
a celebrity.
No, it was a good ride. You know what I'm saying? That was another lifetime. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think, let's transition into, that's why I think that if you want to get deep into it, I think that once that stopped and I was like seeing all this, like, you know, people was hollering our name and autographs and just, you know, really like smoozing with celebrities, and like I got people like Miley Cyrus tweeting about us, Ryan Seacrest, like people just like knowing who we are in the industry and like silently, like they know, but they're not really making it happen for us. It was just a really like long ride, but it was a great time. But I feel like once that happened is when I sort of kind of moved away, and then Atlanta came, and it was like, I've always been so sexual since I was, honestly, going back to when I was in that house. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously, when I was in the house, from what I'm saying, growing up with my stepdad, because he had kids that were a little bit older than us. So between the period of that 5 and 11 years old, you know, like a lot of stuff happened. So like that's when cable was out, you know, you can watch porn and stuff like that. So we'd be at 5 years old, like watching fucking porn, bro.
Wow.
Like 5 years old.
5 years old?
5, bro. 5 and 6 years old.
What's a 5-year-old able to know what a
6,
porn?
because you have these older people, these old kids that are like, you know what I'm saying, maybe like 4 or 5 years older than you, that are already like sort of kind of sexually, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So, and they're watching us because my mom's out in the street and daddy's working, so they're over at the house hanging out. So, you know, like,
scary, because I want to have kids and I'm not about to have my kids watching porn.
so I mean, that kind of stuff happens. And then, you know, they have like, you know, magazines, so then they're showing us magazines and all this kind of stuff. So my sexual, it was from a young age. Wow. So when I stopped singing, I just felt like I've always been so sexual, like, you know, I need some money. Oh, now OnlyFans done came out, so OnlyFans kicked in, and I was like, oh, I like being in front of the camera. I got a decent body. Everybody else is doing it. Oh, let me jump on the bandwagon. And I did, you know, and I did that for about 5 years. For about 5 years. And at first it was really good and it was exciting and it was it was a rush, you know, but like after a while, you know, for me, it was just like, you know what, there's so much more to me than just my body. I have so much more to offer. I don't want people to look at me and perceive me as the porn star or whatever the case may be. I'm not making the money that I think that I thought that I was going to make, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it really worth it? You know? And for a long time it was, because like it was good, a way to supplement my income. But then when it came to a point where like I could take care of I didn't need that anymore. Like I totally, as soon as, and it was something I was actually praying about, you know, because I was just like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know my heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but you know, like when my soul and my spirit is not sitting in this situation, like my spirit, like I know my flesh is doing all this other stuff. My soul and my spirit is just totally different. And you know my soul and my spirit. So please, whatever you need to do, help me get out the situation, because this is good. I'm having a good time, and I done met all these people, and we, you know, but like, but in my being this is not who I am.
Wow.
So like, I got a better job, everything, and it's a great job, you know, and I'm making great money. So it's like, as soon as that happened, the first paycheck I got, I was like, boom, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm just good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a great time and it was a good, but if I don't need to do it, I'm not going to do it just because. And
there's nothing wrong with OnlyFans, like, but
at all.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just that, you know, from what I've seen so far, especially on social media, it's very hard for people that is in that business to find love, because the first thing they talk about is, you know, when you see the public balloon show, if they ask you what you do and you say you're a content creator, and it streamlines down to OnlyFans, they pop the balloon, because most people don't want that. So I can see why it could be a challenge. Even if I want to do it, then the first thing is, okay, I want to be in a relationship. Then what happens? My you know, I just don't want all that. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I mean,
and I get that, but luckily I was I am thankful enough to have had a partner for over 20 years that like stuck through me, by me through everything. Like he doesn't do it, but he was recording my stuff. He was editing my stuff. He was promoting my stuff. Like would like everything. Like is that kind of dude that
you better keep him.
Oh, we're married, so he's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely a keeper. You know, but like I had somebody already that was willing to go through the journey with me versus me doing my thing and just somebody trying to accept what I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, yeah,
you're a lucky man.
I really am.
Find this kind of man.
I know that's the truth.
And I've met him too. Yeah, and I could tell that he's definitely in love with you. Like most of our conversation was around you and how you both have grown together to this stage. But yeah, I could definitely tell that it definitely is someone that is totally head over heels in love with you, and I hope I can find that.
and you will, and something that I'm just like so happy because like I have not had the opportunity to do this yet, but you purchased a house.
Yes.
So how does that feel having a home, bro? Like you've moved here from
thousands of miles away.
Yeah, from that situation to move to to the US and then have like have bought a home and just seem to be living well and good friends and how has it been? Like just how's it been?
I think it was.
Has it been worth it? Like has it been everything you thought it would be?
Yes, it is worth it. I think it's been. I think it's just God's time because I just never had interest in buying a home years ago. If you had told me this like 2 years, 3 years ago, I'd be like, child, please, I'm not looking to buy a house because the first thing in my mind is okay, mortgage. What's the job security like? So what happens? And because in my country, you build to own it. You don't build and pay for 30 years.
Right. Yeah. Once it's yours, it's yours.
Yeah. So once it's yours, you build from scratch.
Yeah.
So that's my own mentality. So when I saw the dynamic of how people buy houses here, that wasn't my interest. That wasn't my cup of tea at all. I was like, child, I don't want all that. And when people celebrate, no shade, I'd be like, child, you're still going to be paying like you're paying rent.
Yeah. You still going out your pocket.
Yeah, but because I work in the bank, I know other things that come with buying a home. Like, if you want like a revolving line of credit, you could use your house as a collateral and stuff like that. So those are the benefits of buying a house, right? So I just woke up one day, I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready. And when people say that, it's too stressful, that I had no stress. And that's how I know God is in it. So if God is in something for me, it just happens. Even without me putting too much effort. Like I didn't put too much effort into the buying. I didn't even look too hard before I found this one. And
it's almost like I'm leaving in your hands, God. Just do what you do.
And it did. It came through and through. Even when the buyer was trying to be smart with me, I said, God, if this property is for me, let him circle back to me. And guess what? It circled back to me the next day. So that's how I know that God is in this. So it's been a journey and I'm grateful, but it's very like high maintenance. Like there's always something to do. I was doing something yesterday. I was doing something today until 3 p.m. Trying to get everything, looking good because I have a little OCD. So I'm always trying to make sure that my things look very like sparkling. But
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm always like cleaning the garden, cleaning all the mulch area, the patio. Like,
oh Lord, you one of those girls that we set a plate down, child. As soon as we not even done our food yet, you sweeping it away from us. Are you one of those? Heard that. That's what's up.
Yeah, but I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God. It's been a journey, but yeah, it's been a good ride, I would say.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank
I'm so
you.
Happy for you. That's
Thank
really
you.
A great,
what about you? Are you looking to buy soon?
I think I'll be in my apartment for another 2 years, at least.
Take
another
your time.
2 years. Yeah, I really want to take my time because I have some other endeavors I'm really trying to focus on, and and it costs money in order for me to do these things. So, yeah, a house would be nice, but I have some other things going on. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, take your time because it's definitely going to take your time. If you, even as a homeowner, you have to maintain, keep, you know, renovate, make it look good every time. Every time something is probably falling off, you put it back in. So it takes a lot because if you're renting, you gotta call the landlord or you call the leasing office. But you're gonna have to do this yourself. So I would say take your precious time. You know, do you like to travel though?
I mean, I would like to say that I do like to travel, but every time just getting on that plane, every single time, it's just like, ooh, like
phobia or what?
I guess there is a slight phobia there. There would have to be because I don't like. My husband works for the airline, so I could fly wherever I want, pretty much for dirt cheap or for free. You know.
Pause. Can you put me on the list? Because
like I can't speak for nobody else.
no, can you put me on the list? Because I want to be able. I love to fly. I love to fly like a bird. Like if you say a day.
Well, you have to talk to him about that.
No, you give me access. Give me through you.
Through me. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, thank you for it.
So, but I really don't. I mean, that's been an issue for us. Like he's flown everywhere, and it's like. He would like for me to like fly more often and go some of these places too and experience this wonderful, big, huge world. And I have not taken the opportunity to do so. I've always just used work as an excuse and but I've told myself this summer, actually, I'm traveling a little bit more than what I've ever actually traveled. So I'm trying to step out there a little bit and do a little more traveling.
I would say do that because I don't know for you, but for me, traveling is like therapy.
It is. The last time I did it is.
It is a form of therapy.
It
like
really
anywhere
is.
you go to, you see something different. You know, you go somewhere that is out of your norm.
Yeah.
So that creates a new space in you to it just gives me like peace.
Yeah.
I see different people, different culture, different food, different fun activities that you're like out of the norm that you're used to. And I always tell my friends, like, y'all need to travel. Like, your American passport can take you literally I don't know about now, but when it can literally take you anywhere in the world. So I love to travel. I've been to South Africa, South Africa, I lived there for a while. Media and technology. I can do FaceTime. So to me, it just feels like we're seeing each other in person without seeing each other in person. So, but it's time for me to go see him. So yeah, I love to travel. I mean, I want to go to Iceland.
Yeah,
I want to go to Mykonos. Is it Mykonos? Correct me in the comment section.
Yes,
it's in Greece.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
I've heard about Greece.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. And I want to go to Bali too.
So nice.
Those 3 places plus London. I mean, London is definitely going to be, yeah. But
I mean, I've done a lot of traveling, like with the group and stuff like that. So I've been to like almost every single state, you know, and I've been to Germany twice. So Berlin, Hamburg, like Frankfurt, all that stuff. I've been all through Germany, and then we did Hong Kong. We were in Hong Kong for a while, but it's still like something I just don't. I mean, a lot of these places I was there, but like I was working, so it's like I didn't get a chance to like really experience anything too much. So
what kind of work was that?
I mean, it's like you're performing, so it's like you're performing. You know, you're on the stage, you're doing sound check, you're getting up, you're going to the next place, like just like performing.
I love those kind of jobs that can take me traveling places.
I did not like it.
Why?
I just didn't. I don't know. Even in the moment, I was like, oh my God, you live your dream at this moment right now. And you would like rather be at home in your bed. Like I just every single day to sign autographs and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm thinking about it now. Like, how could you dare like be like you just like because it's over and done with now. But in that lifetime, I can remember being in that moment, like, oh my God, I wish I was at home in my bed. While all these people are like, can I have your autograph? Can I take a picture? Can I do that? So I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. I feel like I would love to be a celebrity. Like, put the cameras on my face and all of that good stuff. People will think I'm not that kind of person, but yes, I can be that kind of person when I want to. But yeah, I love to travel. I love to meet people. I love the experience. For me, it's about the experience and the energy is very important. And that's why people say, oh, it's very difficult for you to please ADE. When it comes to places I want to go, it gotta be top notch. The energy has to be right, the environment has to be right, the food has to be right, the music, those 4 things. And my travel experience is top notch with those 4 things. But yeah, that's about, I love to travel. I love to travel.
Good stuff.
Yep.
So what do you have going on currently? Like, just tell me like a little bit about what you have going on like in this moment. Like, what are you about right now today? Like, are you looking for someone? You looking for love? Are you just focusing on your household, your house, and all that good stuff? Like, what do you got going on? Like,
I'm definitely looking for love. I'm not in a rush for anything. I'm at that age where it's not a rush. It's not a rush for me anymore, and it's not a top priority anymore. But it's a priority. But it's not a top priority, if you know what that means. But definitely it has to be someone that is family oriented. You have to want to build a family, and I don't want any man that just wants to be partner with me, because I want to be a father, and I want the person to also want to be a father, because that's very important for me. So that's I love a family oriented man, and someone that is very in tune with his emotions, because I grew up in a family where it wasn't emotional. We're more of a practical family. When I mean practical, I mean like if something is going on with you, my mom is looking for solution instead of having you cry, sit down and cry. She taught us to be more like practical instead of just not looking for solution and just playing victim. Now, so after I left Nigeria, I found out that there's nothing wrong with being emotional.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with you crying to get to the practical side of it. So I want a man that can make, and I've been doing that now, but I just want a man that can make it balanced or stable for me. Like, we can both complement our emotions, if that makes sense.
It does.
So yeah. What about you? Well, you're in a relationship anyway.
Well, what else are you looking for in a guy? I mean, it has to be a little bit more than that.
It has to be one man person. I'm not sharing.
Okay.
Because that's the gay culture now. Everybody wants to be sharing. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not for me. It has to be someone that wants me and me alone. I'm not a jealous person, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm not the type to be territorial. I feel like we should respect each other instead of being territorial. I feel like, okay, you should know that, okay, this is what Ade can do. This is what my partner can do. So I'm not the type to try to okay, this is mine. This is mine. That's not me. I would expect you to know what I would want, if you understand. But yeah, he has to be adventurous.
Okay.
I love adventure. Like, I'm not a spontaneous person, but if he's a spontaneous person, I can appreciate it, because it can say, okay, let's get our bag. We're going to the hills. Let's get our bag. We're going to Grand Canyon.
Let's down.
I am down. If it's a weekend, I am definitely down. I don't play with my weekdays because it's only work. They're always trying to get me out, but I once it's Monday to Thursday for night, don't call me. I'm inside. Right. But Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday a little bit, maybe half day, I could do it. But other than that, no. But yeah, adventurous spirit. It could be spontaneous, and it could be a planner. We could complement each other. I'm open to either of the two.
Do you have a preference of complexion wise? Like, do you like dark
Nope.
guys?
No. I just feel like, no shit against anyone that likes to say this is a color they like. I just feel like at the end of the day, it's a little mental. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, we're all humans. Or we're all black. So I don't see any reason why you should be saying, oh, I like my man light skin, I like my man dark skin. Okay, what's the brain behind it if it's not a traumatic experience you've had with the dark skin, vice versa? Or maybe around your family influenced you with complexion preferences? Because at the end of the day, I don't think that color preference should be a thing. That's my own. You can come for me in the comment section. I don't care. There's nothing, I'm not judging anyone doing it. I'm just saying, for me as a person, I don't have any color preference, and I don't think anyone should be having a color preference. Black is black, period. Or humans are humans.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? My husband is not a dark-skinned man. But the darker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice. I promise you, because I love me a dark, chocolate. I mean,
Like
I
dark,
feel like,
dark.
yes, and he can be ugly, but be dark skinned and be fine as hell to me. Like, and he could be a light skinned dude and be attractive and just not be as fine as this dark skinned dude. Like, it's just something about that.
So what's the brain behind it?
Baby, the darker the better, the sweeter.
No, what's the brain behind the dark color the berry though?
Because there's something about blackness that just attracts me, and I just feel like it's almost like coal. Like, I just like a man a black man just dark and just chiseled face and just.
But the light person is also a black person.
You said what now?
The light
No,
person.
but I'm just saying just the darkness, and all you see is just features because it's just so dark, and it's just like a dark skinned man it just
does it for you.
It does. Like, I would look at a light skinned boy and be like, damn, he's attractive, but if he was dark, ooh, he would be fine to me.
I just don't understand the brain.
I do that all the time. Like, I would do that all the time. I'll look at a light skinned person and be like, he's cute, but if he was dark skinned, ooh, he would be fine.
But why does it have to be a but? At the end of the day, we are all humans. We are all the same.
I'm not taking away from him. I'm not saying he's not attractive, but I'm saying I think for me, he'd be more attractive if he were darker.
I don't have any color preference, basically. Everyone can have whatever they want, but to me, I just feel like it's a little flawed when someone says, I'm sorry, I'm not coming for you. I'm not coming for anybody.
Oh, is that what we're doing tonight?
No, I promise, Fred. I'm not coming for anybody. I'm just saying it's a little flawed that people have color preference. It's I don't know. That's just my opinion. But
yeah, I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with your opinion. Your opinion is
okay.
Yes, baby. We all have opinions. Baby.
I just
just free.
I'm just free.
Just
with
free for everybody.
Attract
for everything.
No, everything. Anything I attract based on just the energy, just what comes to me. It doesn't have to be the color, basically.
I feel you.
Yeah, a light-skinned guy could walk in now, and I'm like, oh, it's fine.
What about an Asian boy?
I've just never looked that way.
Oh.
But if one comes in and I feel attracted to him, I would.
So you think you could do it?
I could. But when it comes to, I would prefer my race first. I would prefer my race first based on different categories.
Step it out.
But then if he comes in and there's an attraction,
right.
I would definitely give it a chance.
I try.
Mm-hmm. Even a white person too, I would definitely give. But he has to be a white chalk, like he has to have the seasoning in him too.
What does that mean?
A seasoning.
What's a seasoning?
Like, he has to be able to dress nice, look good, Yeah.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you on that. I understand what seasoning is.
What do you think I was talking about before?
No, I was just talking trash. Just talking trash. Okay.
But that's not my cup of tea, first of all.
Right.
It's not my cup of tea at all. I want to stay within my race first.
Have you been dating?
Talking, yes. Well, I went on a date 3 days ago.
Okay, how was that?
With a Jamaican.
All right, Jamaican.
Okay.
Oh, hey, baby. I know that's right. Oh.
You like that?
All right, baby.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Nice.
He works for an airline too.
Really?
Yes.
Careful.
No. Oh, tell me about it.
I'm just saying, baby.
No,
careful.
don't say be careful. Yeah, you gotta tell me.
Airline girls.
Come with the tea. Come with the tea.
He may not be one of them because I promise you, I don't think my husband
we're not
is either. So I'm not saying all of them,
friend.
But I'm just saying.
We're not actively dating, so you could spill the tea.
No, I don't have no tea. I'm just talking trash.
You're not
no. I don't know. To each their own.
Trash.
No. Okay, well, I mean,
talk.
the flight attendants, they have a certain reputation about being whores. I mean, everyone knows that. Hello. I mean, but I was just talking trash. I don't know anything about this wonderful Jamaican guy that you went on this date with.
We're not.
Hopefully you guys.
And I already told him that I will not, I'm not rushing into anything.
Okay.
And we don't talk all the time because I don't want to give him an expectation just yet.
Okay.
So you could tell me anything you want to tell me.
I don't know anything. Oh my God, Fred! I promise you I don't know anything.
Because your man walks right in the street.
I don't know. You just all I know is this is some Jamaican guy. I was just talking trash, just like, oh, those flight attendant bitches, But I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I've always known them to be a hoe. Like most of the flight attendants, don't come for me. Because I know a lot of y'all be having boyfriends in all the cities. Okay, so but yeah. Other than that, I mean, I'm not bothered. But yeah, I've been dating around, talking. But the problem with the dating scene in this generation is a lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people don't know how to communicate their feelings.
Okay.
Don't know how to be upfront. If you tell me, okay, Ade, I'm talking to other people, this, that, and the third, I don't have a problem here because I can do the same thing.
Right.
But don't make me look like I'm your all in all, then you're not coming forth with the all in all you're saying, you know. And I find out that you're talking to other people.
Right.
It's just crazy. And the problem with the online dating now is most of the people that I've matched with and I see them in the club, in the bar, I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's not what you look like.
That's not, I literally saw one at the basement party yesterday.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no. This is not someone that I would even give a hello to. But if you see the person profile, the picture, they be looking, and I'm like, okay, you know what, Ade, maybe you should stay off of online dating because.
So did he look differently, or did you?
He just looks different, and the angles, you know, they take a lot of angle pictures to where it doesn't show their body size, it doesn't show a lot of their like the contours and all that. But I'm like, oh no, it was just over too big. It was, I mean, nothing against big people, but for me, I would prefer my man not to be big. And the reason why I say that is because I've dated someone that is not into fitness, and it was part of our problem in the relationship. Like if I say, let's go to the gym, well, you don't love me for who I am. I don't want to go through all of that.
I tell you right, child. Girl,
I don't want to
now. Come to
all
the gym,
of that. So you gotta be in the fitness, like fitness industry. You don't have to be extremely tight or whatever. No, but at least let's go work out. That, you know, fun things as boyfriends, you know. So that's the reason why I was like, I don't think I want to do online dating anymore, because I don't want to be having expectations and I see the person and it's like, nah.
Yeah.
Update your pictures too. Update your pictures. That's very important.
I did it.
They don't be updating pictures. They put their pictures of like 5, 6, 7 years. Then you see them in person and you're like, okay, this is not what I saw on your profile. But yeah, that's also one of the challenges of dating now. And a lot of people want to be poly.
Yeah, that's real popular.
And a lot of this,
right now.
and a lot of black gay media is promoting it too, and that's very bad.
You think so?
Do whatever you want to do, but don't promote it.
Well, I mean, maybe that's just the norm, today's norm. You know, like, I mean, who's to say that? Who wants to be with one person for the rest of their life and only touch that one person and have no other? There are some out there, huh?
Yes, it's not for everybody.
It's true.
And like I said, it's not for everybody, but don't push the agenda to make it look like it should be the norm. I don't think that everyone should do whatever pleases them, but don't push it out there to make it look like that's the norm. Right. We've all known that there's poly out there, there's monogamy out there, but don't push the norm of polyamory out to the public to force people to think that, you know, they should do it. No, right. I don't think they should be doing that. Even monogamy too, like everyone do whatever fits you, but I'm not. Yeah, because when you get
more than one person, you get 2, 3 people involved in the situation, it can get messy.
Exactly.
That's a whole lot of different layers. A whole lot.
Even poly situations it also mirrors the poly issues, mirrors the monogamy issue, because you see people jealous in a poly relationship. You see people still fighting, cheating. So what are the perks other than just giving a whole pass for being a cheater? No shade.
I heard that, baby. Tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel.
Yeah. I want my man for myself.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Yeah. I've run into a lot of people that feel the same way you do. So people still think that way.
Are you in a poly? Okay. Okay.
No, at one point I had a little past. You know, we were going through a situation where it's like, okay, can this be like, since I was doing all that, you know, the content and stuff, it's like, could this be a little open a little bit?
Who requested it?
Of course I did.
I'm
always pushing.
I'm always nasty.
You know, I'm always pushing. You know, like, it was definitely me, but yeah, that's no longer the case anymore. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm not opening my marriage, my relationship, whatever we need to do, and that's why I want to take my time to figure out who I want to be around and not be tired of. You understand? And that's the problem. A lot of people just want to jump into something. You want to make sure that the person that you're with is someone that feels fresh every day, feels new every day. There's always something that makes the relationship blossom every day. There is nothing as good as that. And it's hard to find. And that's why you have to be patient. You have to make sure that you're looking for the right thing in that person that can keep you fresh every morning, evening, and afternoon.
And that's true, but I think that what you're talking about is more of, it has to be a friendship. There has to be some kind of friendship there. You have to like not just love. You can love somebody and not like them. You know what I'm saying? But you have to like that person too. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to like the person, that's the person that you want to be around all the time. You know what I mean? The person you can like really let your guard down to and just like really talk to about like any and everything with. Like that is, you want your partner to be your friend.
Yeah, I agree with you, friend. And one thing about me is, if you're able to strike my mental capacity, like stroke it a little bit more, give me ideas that even myself can. Okay, one thing about me, I'm gonna say to the camera, I get turned on
You let them know
by something that I can never think about, and you tell me, oh, I get wet immediately.
Oh, is that what it said?
Yes.
Y'all heard that, right?
I get wet immediately. So to me, you already like stroke my mental state already. So you already put me in another world. And I'm already like, wow, I'm already turned on. My nipples are already hard. And I'm like, damn, who is this man? So that's the kind of person I'm talking about. Like, how will I be tired of that kind of person? I'm never going to be tired, because there's always going to be something every day that we're talking about.
That's what's I was not ready for all that.
I mean, I'm just being real. We're keeping it real. Golden Blonde, baby.
Golden Blood is what's up. That's where we're at, baby.
Yeah, so with me, it's never gonna be a tiring experience, because the things that keep me going is what I'm looking for in a man. And it's never gonna be a tiring experience, because it's gonna keep, getting new every day. That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you were not, okay, I don't even want, don't let me ask you that, because I was gonna say, if you were not in your marriage, what would you have looked out for? But I don't want to ask a married man that. That kind of question.
We're good on that question for sure.
I'm not gonna ask you that kind of question.
No, but but to tell you the truth though, speaking on that, like okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. Okay, you see all these fine guys out here, and sometimes I'm like, well, what if I were with this person, or what if I were that person? Like, the thoughts go through my head sometimes, and it's like, but what is like so reassuring to me is like, I know my person, and I know the person that I have is like specifically for me. So it's like, when I see certain, I'm like, you know what, but I just, no matter how fine, how much they have, it's like, I know that I am with my person. Like, I just know that I know that I know.
It's your person.
So, and it's just like, it's so great knowing that like I have no desire to like be in a relationship or with anyone else. Like, I don't give a fuck what you bring to the table. Like, you're not this person. You know what I mean? You're not my guy. Like,
right.
So that's just such a great feeling to have.
So now that you guys have clocked 20 years together, have you all thought about adding something like a plus one to your family, like being fathers?
Like a baby? We've talked about it. Once again, first comes a house. So once that house comes along, then that'll be the next
Okay, nice
conversation.
Nice, that's
sure.
good. That's good. We want babies. We want Culture Clubb babies.
Yeah, that would be great. I love babies too. I love babies, animals, and old people. Those are my favorite.
Old people?
Old people. I love old people. I love them. Oh, they're just so funny.
I mean, it depends on the old people, though. It's not all
some meanies, but they're mean. Oh, you're just mean because you're just mean. You're just old and set in your ways, and it's like, whatever, girl.
Yeah, I've had some mean as family, like old people, like just mean for no reason. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. The person is dead now, but I don't want to talk about it. Sorry. Yeah, it's
sorry.
The person said a very hurtful thing to me. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
It's a colorist statement.
You can say whatever you want. I mean, shit, you feel it in your spirit.
No. It was a colorist, a very colorist statement, but
they know what they said. They said they did, but they know what they said.
Okay. But yeah, we're gonna leave it there.
Okay.
So, do you think? So, I want to piggyback to your music. So, So now, are you guys still together as a group, or y'all are doing your thing separately?
Okay, so because I want to segue into something else. So we broke up in 2017. Two of the guys are doing like they're in a wedding band. They're doing wedding bands, and then and still working at 9 to 5, whatever. So they're still doing music, they're still recording, still doing their thing, still writing, still doing all kinds of stuff, whatever. So and then I have my another group member. He's currently training dogs. So he's a dog trainer. So we've broken up, have not seen each other almost, I guess, since like 2017. We've spoken, you know what I'm saying, here and there, but you know, still brothers, still love them. If I was to see them today, still give them a big hug. Hopefully when I go to Boston like next month, I'll see them, or two of them rather. So I mean, it's still all love there. But right now, where I am right now, because I know we've been talking for quite a while.
Yeah.
I want to say how long we got.
One more picture.
Okay, so yeah, so currently right now, since I've stopped doing the whole content stuff, and I was just thinking to myself like, okay, so what else can I do? I want to do something that's like impactful, you know, something I can leave a legacy, all this good stuff. Like what am I about? You know, how it's going to segue into me at some point being like a public speaker and motivation and inspiring people to be their better selves, because that's what I believe. We're all here on this earth, and we all have a gift. We have, a lot of us haven't found it yet, because the world is just a lot going on out here, so we all get derailed, you know, what I'm saying, from our true purpose. But I just wanted to do something that I felt dear to me. So I'm in the process of doing a clothing brand.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And the clothing brand is basically a men's same gender loving clothing brand. So it's just for us.
That's adorable.
Just for the guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I have a logo, an emblem, everything that stands for us, and it's just about inclusivity. It's about empowerment. It's about brotherhood. It's about uplifting each other. It's about community. So that's going to be coming out real soon. I'm going to definitely give everybody on Culture Clubb a hat and a t-shirt and all that stuff as soon as I press out my first batch. So that's going to be coming real soon. So I'm really proud about that. So I want that to be a big thing. You know, I want to get into, you know what I'm saying, like Bro Bay everything. So that's the name of the line. It's called Bro Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just really excited about that, and that's what I have going on right now, and y'all can check that out soon. I'm going to bring it to the Culture Clubb and all that stuff.
Okay, so before we stop this old shenanigans, I am curious to hear you sing.
Oh my God!
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Oh my God.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I've been wanting. I promise you, I've been wanting to hear you sing. So, do you mind singing one of your songs? Please, I just want to hear you sing. I don't think I heard your voice before, so I would love to hear your voice.
I ain't gonna sing one of my songs, but I sing something that comes to my head.
Why don't you want to sing your song, friend?
Because I don't even remember, man. That stuff, I don't. Nah.
Okay, sing anything for us to take us out of this.
Okay. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? You said you'll be coming back this way again, baby.
Come on now.
Say, baby, 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 oh, baby, I love you. Ooh. I really do.
I do too. I love you too, friend.
Hey.
All right, we out of here, baby. We out of here.
People them blunt. Yeah. Spell club with 2 B's. People them blunt. People them blunt.
Oh yeah.
Spell club with 2 B's. People them blunt. People them blunt.
funny, y'all funny.
Mini boat.